So I have received the Stormtrooper kit from Anovos, and I received this this morning. I am living in France, and this is the first. I will try to make some unboxing video about this, and I want to say something that I was not happy with Anovos, and it was the shipping method. I asked him to have a USPS method, United States Postal Service, because their taxes, their system is more affordable than FedEx. So I have received from FedEx the toy because the box was so big for USPS system. So Anovos sent it by FedEx. The biggest problem with that is that their system become very expensive. You know, for example, here at this moment I pay 19.4 euro. In the invoice of this tax, they say that after I will receive the real invoice with the real money to pay them, and usually it's very expensive. So this shipping method was I'm happy with that, but well, I hope I don't know, maybe FedEx in France has some engineers working in the customs, no? So this is the big box. So we can see here that the box was damaged in the travel, so the protection thing is broken. So I paid this, and they broken this, but it's not very important. So it's the Star Wars logo in that thing. The next is the this thing is the beautiful made poster about the Stormtrooper. The quality is nice, so we can see here some specification of the characteristics of the kit, and we start with the magic here. So I will try to be careful. So we have all the pieces like this. So many people are asking if the pieces are durable. So I can say that it could be durable. The plastic is a strong plastic. I was reading that they use, I think they use a 1mm plastic. It's not, is very thick. You see, I think this thing is about around 1mm. So it's good. This is good because this really help to the durability of the suite. but I see some scratch over the surface of the parts, but I think there are some plastic inside. So you can see that we have some lines to help the cutting of the sheet. See here. So this is nice. This is nice because it's very helpful to cut everything. So well, but it's not continuous. This is thickness. Here you feel a little thick than here, for example. So I think this is the process of the molding that made this, but in general I think that the durability is nice. Maybe, I don't know. Or will we take another piece? I don't will show you every piece. Okay, I will just see the general model. So I am afraid about, because they are a little they are plastic, okay, but the plastic is not proper, so there are some scratch over the plastic, and if the plastic is broken, that means that this small part is broken or is scratched. That means that the principal plastic part is maybe with some scratches too. So it looks nice. I think his thickness is okay. So this is the part of the leg, lower leg. So the quality, I think, is nice. It's not where the cutting edge is not very pronounced in some parts. For example, here it's not very pronounced, but we can find it. So I am asking me how I can cut this. So well, I will continue with another piece of this thing. So this is the next part of the body, and I don't know, but here I can see that the surface, we'll see in the next part. But there are some marks in the surface here. I don't know if you can see. You see, there are some marks in the surface, and I think it's about the process of the bacon here. So it's not maybe it's not a very perfect surface. Okay, you can see that we have some parts that are okay. Well, that's dark wood. Now the import tax from FedEx will become expensive, and the surface of the kit is not very proper. And this one looks good, but it still is the same thing. No, the surface is not very. You see here. I think it is about the process of the forming the plastic, but it made that the plastic will not totally perfect, you know. You see some bubbles. I think you can see it's not perfect here. So you need really to see closer the suite, the kit, but it's not cool. So this, because I hope the rest of the piece of the kit will be better. So here what I have here, I think it's the arms part. So still some scratch is here, some scratch here. I hope the plastic will not destroy it. And another scratch here. So I think they were not very careful with this at the moment of working with. Well, in this part I think is more thick, the plastic. I don't think it's not the same 1mm plastic. I think it's more thick, and so it's more fragile. You see, I think it's a little more fragile. So the plastic, I think this part the plastic is not very durable. So well, this is the same thing, and this is the same thing. No, I don't see any problem. Some scratch over the plastic. Okay, and this is the back with the parts with supporting of the suite. Yes, this part, the plastic, and this big part is very. The thickness is very important. This one is not very. It's a smaller thickness. You can see here, maybe a little, but they are difference. Okay, this is bigger, and this is smaller. So, well, I got the first part. I will show you the rest in a little moment. So in the rest of in the second bag, we get all this piece, this part, the second part of the leg. Here, well, it's still the small part of in the thickness I am talking. So we get the knee shield, this part of the shoulder part. We get, I think it's the internal part of the arm. Well, still there are some imperfections into the surface. Okay, it's not how I can say, it's not linear. You know, you have some road. It's not very clean. I don't know the real word in English, but is not very, you know, totally clean. So this is the second leg. Okay, here is this thing in the rear part of the costume of the suit, and you need to make some assemble. But it's okay. I will try to open and show how it's composed. So this is this thing. I don't know his name. I think it's something as a thermal detonator. I don't know. Something is placed in the back of the suite, and well, is all is cut. You only need to glue the part inside. This part is a little thick with this one. I think the diameter is not very closer. So this part you need to use a little force to introduce the gray part inside the white part. So the white part is a little thick. So this is some details of this. So the surface is not very clean, and well, at this part and took metal clips. You only need to put two screw here and place in this part. So I think it's okay. Here are the screws. Well, we will continue to the next part. You see everything here. Just until here we are happy. So we have the problem with the shipping with FedEx that will become expensive. I don't know how this surprise will we get for the rest of people in Europe. The cost, the white part of the suit or of the costume are some scratch. I hope that the little plastic film really protect the white plastic. So I can see how the box is not clean inside. I can see the boot marks, the footprints of the workers. Wow. What the hell is this shit? I hope really that the suite is clean. Holy. So we have the workers' footprints over the box, in the internal box. This is nice. So in the last part of the box, we have here the rest of the suite, of the shield of the armor and the helmet. And this, I think, is the other part of the suite of the armor. I will start with this thing. I am very curious to see how it is. Wow, it's so small. So this is a Stormtrooper helmet. It looks like it's do with by hand. It's not perfect. He had some. It's not accuracy, and that I want to say is that the space into the line is not perfect. You know, it's like handmade. There are also some imperfections here. So here the paint parts are nice, I think. And this part is nice too. Something that I dislike about this is this part, you know, is not very it's not perfect. You see that the plastic is bent here. You know, it's not something proper. You know, this part is like this. This part also is like this. Don't looks proper. The internal helmet. I don't know what to say about this quality, you know. I think it's just okay. Just okay. So we can see here some imperfections. No, it's not symmetrical. You see here that the helmet is not symmetrical. This seems to be near to the helmet in the movie, but it was not symmetrical. So the helmet is like this. We can see all the details where it's not very properly done. I think I will try to repair this part. No, it's not beautiful this. So this part is not very well done, and this part is better. So we can see here some asymmetries in the helmet. Well, this thing I think will fall soon, but I think it's very beautiful. So it's nice. No, you know, you have the parts here. Well, it's not symmetrical. I think it's very unsymmetrical, asymmetric. Shit. So I was, I can say so. The part where here in the eye is not very properly cut, you know. So when you try to fix the lens in the rear part, so the eye is deformed, you see. So I don't know if I am very happy with this. So the asymmetries are very present here. So you can see the head, it looks like an oval. It's completely asymmetrical. Do you think that something was pushed this part and this part together, and the helmet is well, I think you understand. So we hear all the details are nice. So well, it's beautiful. In some part it's not very cool, and well, I hope to get the time to correct all these things. So the internal part, I think is so I don't know about this quality. Well, maybe it is a piece especially designed for this. I test with my head. Inside I think I have a very big head for this thing. So inside we have a grid. No, in here I think it's nice. This part I think is very beautiful painted. So well, this is the helmet. So in the third back we have here the shoulder armor, and well, it's very it's not clean. Fuck, a lot of dust over the thing. I think I was the first guy to be built. Shit. Come on, guys, you can clean. Well, we have here the number of the piece. So you have the two. Oh shit! I am very afraid about this scratch. I hope the plastic is okay, because in every piece is like this. Holy shit! So I hope my armor is okay. Well, this one is clear, and it's the 10. This one is the 11. So what? Put like this. Put like this. So well, this part I think is the inner part of the arm. You know, here is still something. You know, the problem in the continuously about the surface. The surface is not proper. Here, this thing is also the near inside part of the arm. I'm not sure is the first 13 part. So this one is, I think, is clean. This is the 11 part is okay. Here I have the 2 hand parts. So it's 33, 32, and the plastic here is very strong. I don't know, strong. This part is in the in the center part. I don't know the name. This part. So this is the third back of the kit. So I will do the last back. Okay. So this is the fourth back with the piece. This is the shield. I don't know. Is the shield? Chest. The chest armor. So well, still. Wow. It's still very asymmetrical. You see, here is very asymmetrical. I hope it is near to the real thing. So well, still a lot of dust, a lot of scratch over the plastic. So this piece looks to be nicely done. So it's the bigger piece. We have the chest part. This is the knee part, I think. It's the knee part. This is the cut piece. Here the plastic is strong. It's nice, strong plastic. This is the back part. Well, this thing makes me give me some souvenirs. You know, I remember the movie of this part. This part is very remarkable of this armor. And yes, I got here a big scratch, and the plastic was damaged. Nice. This is very nice. Now my plastic here is shit. You know, they are a little film, but it was cut with something, and now the plastic is not shit. Shit. So well, it's a small part, maybe with. Now I need to clean this thing. So this is the back part, and that is the ass part. So I was thinking that to sit with this armor will be very hard. So this is the ass part. So well, it's the plastic in this part looks to be with a nice thickness. So the last back is with the armor, with the gun think there are some strips of ABS, you know, to put together all the armor parts. So I don't know how much parts I have here, and will we see the last part of this thing. So in the last bag we have the belt. It looks beautiful. He's ready to wear. So we have this part are totally done. So we have the gun. I don't know how you can say this thing in English. Where we have this part that is made of synthetic leather. I am not sure it's real leather. I hope, but if this thing is synthetic, maybe with the time will be damaged. So the belt is well, it looks nice. This part is with clothes, some elastics here, and this thing I don't know, Velcro, I think. I don't know. Everything is put with Velcro. We have a nice attachment here. So this is the entire kit to build your Stormtrooper armor. You can see here all the pieces. We have seen the piece in details. We have seen the footprints of the workers into the factory. We have seen that the parts are not very carefully packaged, so we have some scratch over the armor. So we have the surprise with FedEx. So the European people, I think they will be very happy with this thing, because you bought something for $318 and you will need to pay more of 200 euro for that. So usually with United States Postal Service, the fees for import is around 110 euro for this kind of thing. With FedEx, that could be 2 times that, okay? And that is very hard, because I can understand why Anovos propose to ship with the United States Postal Service, and the last time they changed the shipping methods to something that becomes expensive for his customers. So I hope that you understand my English. I'm trying to do this in English for everybody, because with that you can see in detail this kit. Well, I hope if you have bought this thing, don't have the same surprise, and you have the money to pay the FedEx fees. That will be very expensive. So, well, I hope that you are follow this video. I think it's a little long, and well, I see you later. Bye.